Let me start by saying that this is not an anti-conservative video, and this is not a pro-liberal or pro-NDP video. I'm just a Canadian who wants the best for his fellow Canadians. I believe wholeheartedly that the Conservatives will destroy many things that Canadians believe in. Many people in the state saw Joe Biden the same way that many people here saw Justin Trudeau. They saw things getting bad and wanted to change fast. A lot of people here decided to vote for Poilievre just to keep the Liberals out. I think that's a mistake. Just look at what's going on in the US. A lot of people wanted Biden out and decided to vote Republican. And we all know the mess that Trump is creating. Are all Republicans like Trump? No. It's the exact same as saying that all liberals are like Trudeau. And that's just not the case. A lot of Canadians want the Liberals out so bad that they're believing Poilievre's lies. Let's take a look at Poilievre. He goes on and on about the housing being too expensive. But did you know that Poilievre voted against initiatives to make housing affordable and address Canada's housing crisis in 2006, 2009, 2010, 2013, and 2014 when Conservatives were in power? And again in 2018 and 2019 as a member of the official opposition. Under the Harper Conservatives, the average home price in Canada went up 70%, worse than the 45% increase under the Liberals before them. And he refused to do anything about it. Not just that, but guess who was housing minister in Stephen Harper's Conservative government, which allowed 800,000 affordable rental units to be sold off to corporate landlords and developers? That's right, Poilievre. Some of Poilievre's top donors are real estate investors. The same people boosting rent and fighting rent control across the country. If Poilievre wins, wealthy landlords and developers win, and the rest of us lose. Let's step away from the housing crisis and let me mention climate change. Poilievre does not have a plan to fight climate change. He advocates for the fossil fuels industry's preference for doing nothing. In his 20 years as an MP, Poilievre has voted against protecting the environment over 400 times. Let that sink in. He voted against protecting the environment over 400 times. And again, if he wins, the CEOs who get rich from killing our planet win, and the rest of us face climate disaster. He supports hiking the retirement age from 65 to 67. And in 2021, he voted against a 10% increase to the old age security pension for those aged 75 and above. He also supports eliminating dependable defined benefit pensions and replacing them with inferior plans that will take all the risk off of banks and bosses and put it on the backs of workers. Anytime Conservatives come to power, they take a wrecking ball to our pensions, and it takes years to fix their mistakes. There is no one in Canada's Parliament more dedicated to weakening workers' abilities to retire with dignity than Pierre Poilievre. If Poilievre gets in, he will cut funding for healthcare, pensions, dental care, and pharmacare, so he can continue to give corporate handouts to large chains like Metro, Empire, and Loblaws. In Pierre Poilievre's ideal world, you pay CEO salaries with your tax dollars and pay for the care you need with your credit card. It's wrong. Conservative cuts will mean fewer doctors and nurses, longer wait times, more expensive medications, and limited access for those who need it most. With conservative cuts, you pay more and CEOs make more. Canada's healthcare is a mess. We all know it. Will it be fixed? Who knows? But did you know that in 2012, Poilievre stood next to Stephen Harper and voted to cut $43.5 billion in healthcare transfers to provinces and territories? And in 2023, He voted to cut funding for surgery and emergency room wait times by $196.1 billion. He voted to stop the pharmacare program, a program that will start by providing free diabetes and birth control medications. Yes, Poilievre wants to stop Canadians from getting life-saving diabetes medications. Poilievre also voted to stop the dental care program. In 2022, approximately 1 in 4 Canadians aged 12 and older avoided visiting an oral health professional due to the cost. That's 10 million people who simply can't afford to go to the dentist. We can't look at now, we have to look at our future. I know that a lot of people who can't afford to go to the dentist will just say, if my tooth gets bad enough, I'll have them pull it. Did you know that dentists don't just fix your teeth, they can also detect cancer? This is one of the most important things your dentist will do at every checkup. Dentists will do an examination for signs of mouth cancer as well as head and neck cancer. To do this, they will be checking for any lumps on your head or neck. They will also check for any red or white patches in the mouth. Usually these checks will find nothing unusual, but they could potentially save your life. I know what you're thinking. The dental plan is going too slow. It will never happen. Did you know that Tommy Douglas had the same fight ahead of him? It was not an overnight plan. It took years to get it implemented so that every Canadian wouldn't have to pay out of pocket. The dental plan is no different. If Poilievre gets his way, your children and grandchildren will not have access to free dental. Dental visits aren't just about giving you a beautiful smile. A visit can potentially save your life.